While most transmigrators fear plot deviations, Moon fears the plot's clockwork precision. Because tomorrow, at his coming-of-age ceremony, he's slated to be exiled for defiling the princess, just as the novel dictates. Moon wakes up, and his world is turned upside down. One moment, he was a regular guy. The next, he's lying in the opulent Campbell mansion in the body of the story's notorious villain, Moon Campbell. His first move? Take a knife to his own hand to check if this is a dream. Spoiler, it's not. The pain is all too real. He hasn't just transmigrated. He's landed in the worst possible role, a walking death flag, destined for a life of begging and ruin. Pure chaos from the start. The plot comes crashing down on him. He knows the script. During his coming-of-age ceremony, he's supposed to attack Princess Silesia, get caught, and be exiled, dragging his family into ruin. It's a one-way ticket to misery. Just as despair sets in, he gets a concussion. A mysterious black tome manifests in midair and slams into his skull. Is this a cheat code? A way out? Hope, however, is short-lived. To activate the so-called cheat book, he offers his blood as a pact. The result? He passes out from blood loss and is pulled into a horrific nightmare. Chains, pain, and a shadowy tormentor whispering about purifying love. This is not the god-tier power-up he dreamed of. He jerks awake, haunted by the dream's lingering pain. With trembling hands, he opens the black book. Blood-red text scrawls across the page. Do not change, FAT. Don't change it. Stick to a destiny of ruin. This isn't a gift. It's a curse. But then a fire ignites in his eyes. If he can't change the script, he'll play the villain so perfectly that he carves his own path to survival within the story's rules. Across the dinner table, his parents look at him with pride and affection. Moon makes a vow. Even if he must play the villain, his family will be saved. Step 1. Deal with tomorrow's biggest obstacle. The magically gifted genius, Princess Silesia. He needs a weapon she can't resist. And there's only one place to get that. The lawless, shadowy depths of the Empire's underground black market. Donning a disguise, Moon infiltrates the capital's underbelly. He navigates past guards with a grisly token and steps into a world of forbidden trade. His target, a rare potion called Southern Dream, powerful enough to incapacitate a master mage. He doesn't have the coin, but he has something more valuable, a priceless piece of future intel. A dangerous deal is struck. The night of the ceremony arrives. Lights gleam, nobles mingle. Moon locates his target, the ethereal, icy Princess Silesia. He offers her a cup of specially prepared tea. She's no fool, demanding they switch cups. What she doesn't know is both cups are poisoned. They drink. Moments later, the powerful magic genius slumps, unconscious. Phase 1 complete. Following the script, he stages the crime scene with the unconscious princess. Now, he just needs to wait for the original heroine, Ariel Bugard, to conveniently stumble upon them. But as minutes tick by, nothing. Where is she? An icy dread seeps into Moon's bones. Something is very, very wrong. Then it hits him like a lightning bolt. That day, he'd sent a sick maid home and hired temporary staff. A small act of kindness. But that single decision erased the very reason Ariel needed to be near this room tonight. He hasn't just avoided fate, he's broken its rails entirely. The ripple effect has begun. The seconds tick by, and Moon's heart sinks like a stone. The heroine, the one who was supposed to turn the tide, is nowhere to be seen. In a flash of horror, he remembers his own small act of kindness, ordering the sick maid Noelle to rest. That one act of decancy broke the chain of events needed for the heroine to appear. The original plot just shattered into a million pieces. The plan is dead, but the real disaster is just waking up. Princess Silesia, who should be out cold, is awake. A wave of bone-chilling, murderous aura explodes from her, freezing the very air. Facing the Empire's most brilliant mage, Moon's pathetic little scheme feels utterly idiotic. Explain? Escape? Silesia grants no such mercy. She is fury incarnate. The ice-cold, magical energy swirling around her isn't for show. It's a genuine storm of death ready to tear him limb from limb. Forget the scandal of the original plot. This is a straight-up fight for survival. He is about to pay for his actions in blood. Moon is completely overpowered, pinned. And that's when the supposedly dutiful, new servant moves. Fast, precise, lethal. A deadly glint of steel aims straight for his back. This isn't a fight. It's a professional assassination. Moon's eyes widen in terror as the shadow of death descends upon him. This is it. But in that final, fatal instant, a brilliant flash of blue sword light erupts. It's Silesia, the very princess who should despise him, charges in, saving his life at the last possible second. The assassin and the princess clash, two titanic forces beyond his comprehension, tearing into each other. The story has gone completely off the rails. Moon realizes with a shock, the assassin's target was the princess all along. The fight escalates, and the assassin's overwhelming strength becomes clear. Silesia is struggling, staring at the woman who just saved him, now fighting for her life. Something snaps inside Moon. A whirlwind of guilt, desperation, and a bizarre sense of duty screams one thing at him. He can't let her die. His body moves before his mind can think. The yellow-haired villain, the transmigrator who only wanted to survive, does the unthinkable. He lunges, putting his own fragile body between the killing blow and Silesia's back. Agony shreds his senses. Why? Even the assassin roars. Why? Maybe even Moon doesn't know. He just couldn't stand by and watch her die. Lying in a pool of his own blood, the world fading, Moon looks up at Silesia's face, a storm of disbelief, fury, and confusion. With his last breath, he does the most unvillainous thing imaginable. He apologizes, he confesses. Not a taunt, but the truth. Silesia is frozen, her worldview shattered by this sincerity. She doesn't forgive him, but she snarls the order for him to live and atone. How ironic, but maybe worth it. With that thought, Moon's consciousness plummets into darkness. He dies, but his consciousness doesn't fade. It's flung into a strange, pure white void. All pain is gone, replaced by a warm, alien comfort. Is this what being dead feels like? Before he can ponder, a massive black book manifests in the void, his cheat, or perhaps his judgment stone. A cold, system-like voice echoes. Arrogance progress, 50%. Jealousy progress, 99%. Even in his villainous death, he was an impure failure. The power of the black book starts to churn, threatening to consume him. Despair and defiance surge. Screw the plot. I just want to live. He roars with the fury of his very soul, fighting back with every fiber of his being. Perhaps it is this sheer, desperate will to survive that triggers something. His essence turns to pure, searing light and shreds through the confines of this strange purgatory. Meanwhile, in the darkness of the real world, a true storm makes its entrance. The maid and the obedient and ordinary servant intercepts one of the true masterminds behind the assassination. The aura around her is one of chilling, lethal precision, a world away from the meek woman of the day. People who lay hands on my young master, she says, her voice like frozen steel, tend to be permanently cleaned up. Days later, Moon opens his eyes in a luxurious bed. He's alive. Silesia used the Empire's greatest healers to save him. The ultimate irony. The woman he tried to drug became a savior. By his bedside stands his loyal maid, and, smiling sweetly, holding a golden bedpan. The princess's orders, young master, she chirps. I am to attend to your every single need. Moon realizes with horror that social death has arrived before physical death ever could. Even stranger, it informs him that the furious king launched a sweeping investigation of all noble houses, except the Campbells. Silesia vouched for them. The proud, spurned princess went to bat for him. A chaotic mix of emotions swirls in Moon's chest, a strange, fluttering heat that makes him blame his own traitorous heart for beating so fast. And Anne's care is pure torture. She forces him to drink a tonic so bitter it threatens to exorcise his soul. When he vomits violently, she conveniently forgets to mention it should be sipped. This is no care, it's a disciplined session. And when a recovered Moon discovers and had been feeding him the medicine mouth to mouth, he wishes for a second, socially induced death from sheer mortification. How many personalities does this woman have? Finally, a semblance of normalcy returns with a family meal. Father, the Empire's legendary Marshal Lionheart Lon Campbell, casually drops a bombshell over dinner. It was the Withering King, he says, the black market syndicate originally destined to create the infamous River of Blood incident. I wiped them off the map in 2 days. Just when Muin thought he was done for, a savior arrived. The Empire's third princess, Silesia, personally brought the royal physician to drag him back from the brink. Waking up, he found the king's investigation didn't implicate the Campbell family. Looks like the plot has genuinely derailed. The real bombshell came at dinner. His father, the Lionheart King Lon, casually mentioned, "Oh, by the way, those black market rats who attacked you. I took care of them." Muon's mind exploded. In the original story, the princess's future assassination triggers the king's bloody purge of the underworld, known as the River of Blood incident, a major turning point for the heroine. Now, the danger to the princess is gone. The River of Blood won't happen. The plot is utterly shattered. A sick day off for a maid triggered a butterfly effect that obliterated the future he knew. Now, the only thing he can rely on is himself. Driven by a sense of urgency, Mu-in locked himself in his room, obsessively studying that mysterious black book. He had to get stronger. Fast. After a cold, hard analysis, his despair deepened. His original self was a useless noble, barely able to cast a single light spell. And then look at the gods around him. His fiancée Silesia, daughter of the ice goddess, the original heroine Ariel, with over a dozen divine blessings. How was he supposed to compete? Then, the mysterious black book activated. Mu-in excitedly declared his cheat code had arrived. The next second, wham! The book delivered a direct, agonizing blow to his manhood. I still need to use that part, he screamed, writhing on the floor. Opening the book, he found it recorded every detail of his recent life. As he read, the pages glowed red, and a force yanked him inside. He found himself in a strange, shadowy space where a dark figure, the shadow of the assassin he'd faced, suddenly appeared before him. The shadow assassin didn't waste time. The shadow step skill closed the distance, a flash of steel, and Mu-in was instantly killed. He was thrown back to reality. Looking at the book, his mind raced. I get it. This book records everyone I encounter and every fight. It's an infinite battle simulator. A cheat code that lets me die and train endlessly. My cheat is going to be awesome. From that day on, Mu-in became the ultimate grinder. Every night, he dove into the Black Book's illusionary space, fighting the shadow assassin for his life. Do you once get up, die 100 times? Time for round 101. He was determined to make every movement, every dodge his own. In the real world, his loyal maid and saw him exhausted and deep in sleep after his efforts. She just smiled softly, kept his soup warm, and quietly left the room. But the opponent he faced was too strong. The shadow recorded from and possessed her full, unadulterated combat skills, dirty tricks and all. On the 185th training session, Mu-in pushed himself to the limit. He finally managed to last 30 seconds before being taken out. Every session came with agonizingly real pain. Nearly 200 deaths nearly broke him. But the payoff was sweet. Dagger proficiency, 35%. Shadow step, 11%. He had finally carved out a path to power, all by himself. He successfully stole and used Shadow Step for the first time, and then his foot felt like it was destroyed. Damn it, this skill is way too much for a level 1 noob. Warrior skills required battle aura, which he sorely lacked. He desperately needed a real, powerful warrior to teach him. Wait, a teacher? A thunderbolt of realization struck him. The strongest warrior wasn't somewhere out there. He was right here. The man who became a royal guard at 15, quelled rebellions at 20, was named Marshal by 25, and never lost a fight in his life. His own father, the Lionheart King, Lon Campbell. Mu-in was practically buzzing with excitement. He ran to his father, not for personal training, but for a family meeting. His mother announced her pregnancy, a happy surprise. Then, his father calmly dropped the bomb. Demons were stirring at the Empire's frontier. He must return to his post. For at least 3 years. Mu-in Frousarif. In the original story, the initial demon invasion was just a feint. The real crisis was 3 years away, coinciding with the heroine's debut. The one person who could teach him was leaving at the most critical moment. His lay low for 3 years, then stun the world plan was utterly ruined. Saying goodbye, the legendary warrior entrusted the family's legacy to his son, urging him to find his own path. Mu-in was moved. Then his father shifted gears. One last family matter. About your head maid, and the family needs an heir. I think she would be a good choice. Watching his father ride away, an invisible weight settled on Mu-in's shoulders. He tried to play it cool, turning his father's joke into a gracious opportunity for her to find her own happiness. He thought he was being the enlightened master. Little did he know, the storm brewing in N's downcast eyes was about to break. With his father gone, the mansion felt empty. Mu-in buried himself in the library. He still had the black book and his plan. Master all the martial manuals, then grind his skills to the max in the simulation. It was his only way out. His father's parting words were both a blessing and a burden. An unprecedented sense of urgency gripped Mu-in. He had to grow stronger, fast for himself and for his family. But he had no idea that another storm, a different kind, had been brewing right beside him all along. Late at night, and brought in a midnight snack. Strandli, no coffee. She offered him rare, expensive wine, or a simple cup of black tea. The wine spilled, the atmosphere grew tense. Exhausted, Mu-in took the tea without a second thought. The world spun violently. A wave of dizziness hit him. An's usually gentle green eyes now glowed with a sinister red light. You? Anne? Why? He instantly understood. The tea was drugged, and looked down at his weakened form, a mad, possessive smile spreading across her face. Don't worry, my young master. I would never betray you. Never, ever. Her voice was sweet, but it chilled him to the bone. I'm just going to bring you back to the right path. Daphne swallowed mu en es consciousness. He awoke in a cold, steel-reinforced cell, his wrists bound in chains, and sat on the edge of the bed, smiling. All pretenses were gone. I've been by your side since you were 8. For 10 years, my only purpose has been to purify you, to make you mine. Forever. Completely. Inside and out. All of you, every scent, every strand of hair, will all belong to me. Fear, despair, rage. Muin fought and screamed, demanding answers, questioning the prophecy she mentioned, and held him fast with terrifying adoration. It's too late now, my young master, and was in total control. She revealed the unbreakable cell, her lies to the household about his family matters. Her threat was gentle, yet absolute. As long as you behave and forget the other maids, I won't hurt a soul in the manor. The door clicked shut. Darkness and silence reclaimed the cell. Stripped of everything, Mu-In sat naked and hopeless on the cold steel bed. The someone from the prophecy, the one destined to imprison him, had been in his most trusted position all along. All his struggles, all his hope, seemed utterly crushed. Yet, deep within his despairing eyes, a single flame refused to die. I will escape. The seed of power was planted. Now, he would gamble everything for real freedom. Up next, does the counterattack begin here? Slamming into a wall of solid steel, Moon is ready to give up. He thought the Black Book was his ultimate cheat code to fight fate. But reality? He can't even handle his maid. The way it manipulates metal defies mortal magic. She's a god-blessed powerhouse on the same level as the princess. Beating fate? Forget it. He's locked in this dungeon, screaming into the void. He can't just wallow. Gotta train. Even getting beat up in a simulation beats this despair. Then, the pages from last night flash in his mind. Hold on. This equation, is it the formula for victory? Desperation births a final chance. He pushes his body to the limit. 200 push-ups. He's all in. No fancy methods, just raw training. He's done being the victim. Just then, Anne appears, dinner and a bath in hand, her smile sweet as she asks, "Bath first, or shall we eat?" Disaster. Moon wants to bathe alone, but that triggers the Yandere alarm. Anne's eyes darken. Tired of me already, master? Her next words seal the deal. You are my property now. Washing every inch of you is my duty as your guardian. Help. This service is so intense, he can't even have a normal physical reaction. And dinner is a horror show. The meat is delicious, but casually reveals the truth. Oh, that's the penis of a Magrita bull, young master. I've been adding it to your food to strengthen you. Moon's soul leaves his body. This isn't nourishment, it's culinary warfare. I can't take this anymore. Locked in a sunless cell, forced to eat that. Moon is losing it. But Anne's control is absolute. Sleep peacefully, master. Just leave everything to me. Her gentle words are more terrifying than chains. Under her twisted care, he falls unconscious once more. A tiny opening, and offers a small reward today. Moon tests the water's freedom. Denied. Close? Nope. So small it's microscopic. Fine. Then he'll take it himself, starting with deciding what's for lunch. Oscar-worthy performance activated. Moon lays it on thick, reminiscing about autumn at Lake Bepper with its fine wine and fresh fish, then descending into despair over his meaningless life in this prison. He's playing the broken bird, but he's really setting a trap. And look at Anne's expression. It's working. Success. The moment Moon calls himself the loveliest, the Yandere maid's logic short circuits. Lake Bepper? Bring it on. She's already planning a speedy return for more quality time with her master. Hook, line, and sinker. Freedom at last. The second end's gone. Moon summons the Black Book. My precious, forget cultist training. I need 1,000 locks gauntlet. He's racing the clock. Meanwhile, at the stormy lake, a guard warns in a way. It's too dangerous. Her red eyes gleam in the rain, answering a silent question. Why am I here? Thunder rolls. A goddess of death appears. The guard tries to stop her. Mistake. And sword disables his arm in a flash. Her voice is ice. Anyone who touches me besides master gets fed to the fish. He yells about a king-class beast even a B-ranked team can't handle, and calmly opens her umbrella with a serene smile. Why am I going? Love, of course. The adventurers at the lake are on the brink. Erica sees her wounded friends, but can't shake a terrible thought. Her crush might be slipping away. After this mission, I'll confess, she promises herself. Then, the lake master erupts with terrifying frost energy. The real monster has arrived. All hell breaks loose. The monarch-class magical beast, the lake master, roars from the flames. Erica's comrades scream in battle. And, miles away, her cheeky thought bubble pops up. Join Discord for my sake. This woman multitasks life and death like a professional. Desperate measures. Rod's golden aura explodes. Blessing of Earth. He roars a last stand against the lake master's fury. This isn't just magic. It's the will to protect, screamed into the face of oblivion. A symphony of ice and fire. Erica chants, invoking the god of frost. Explosive magic. A beam of sapphire energy erupts. Seizing the opening, Rod leaps through the rain, sword gleaming. Now, their final gamble, their last shred of hope, is in this strike. Victory at a terrible cost. Post-battle, Erica notices Tia's cracked palm and breaks down. Their childhood promise to be together forever. It was only her dream. Why? Why did you never see me? I wasn't even a supporting character. Her heart shatters along with the stormy night. Out of the frying pan, into the volcano, the true lake master appears, more monstrous, more terrifying. Another king-class beast. The team's nightmare continues. Rod and Tia unleash a joint explosive magic blast. Die. Absolute despair. Rod vows to die fighting. Erica sobs she'll die with them. But their foe is a king-class beast. Mortal courage is a joke against this overwhelming power. Is this the end for all of them? At the brink of annihilation, the Reaper descends. And crimson eyes assess the beast. A king-class monster is only this strong. Her power manifests in an instant. Cage. Liquid metal spikes trap the giant horror. Her true thought? Seems I'll need a dragon's organ from master. End's power is absolute. With one slash, the monster shatters into ice and gore. Rod is stunned. A king-class beast? Just like that? A brilliant idea sparks. He tells Erica to go chat up this powerhouse, see if she'll join them. If she does, their team's strength skyrockets. Lakeside chat, power leveled to housewife level, and stressed about what Fish Moon would like. Erica, the local expert, becomes her personal chef advisor, teaching her how to deb one and season. Female bonding sometimes starts with how to win a man's heart through his stomach. Love Clinic is in session. Erica uses the classic "my friend" opener, asking what to do when your crush is nicer to the new girl, and sees right through it. Stop lying. It's you, isn't it? Erica completely crumbles, confessing a love that's lasted over a decade. The ultimate question, seeing Erica's heartbreak, and gets to the core. Would you give everything, even your life, for him? Erica nods through tears. Then, and leaves her parting wisdom, listen to your heart's truest voice. Don't make a choice you'll regret. She vanishes into the night. Back in the dungeon. Master, I'm home, and returns with a bucket of fish, all smiles. Moon is overjoyed, thinking he's won. But this sweet reunion? It's the calm before the next, even bigger storm. And presents a feast of twin fish, steamed and grilled. Moon digs in eagerly, and smiles, warning him about bones. But the real thorn is about to make its move. Critical event triggered. Moon chokes on a fishbone. Anne's eyes gleam. This is her moment. She pins him down with a predator smile. Let's kiss, master. With my lung capacity, I'll suck it right out. Moon's world shatters. Suck it out. You're joking. Too late. She's on him. Feeding him by hand wasn't romantic. It was a cage being built. And knows him better than he knows himself. And now he's trapped inside the mansion he calls home. Love? And isn't interested in love. She has a more direct request. Give the Campbell family an heir. It's not a proposal. It's a declaration of war on his personal freedom. She's not guessing. She's presenting evidence. A black bunny suit, your secret romance novels. Every hidden taste is a hook she can pull. Your only defense, I'm a gentleman, crumbles in the face of her terrifying knowledge. 3 hours of freedom. That's the plan. Activate his high-level fishbone lock-picking skill. The lock doesn't budge. Instead, a 12-pin mechanism clicks into place. He didn't find a weakness. He walked into a trap built for him. One shot. That's all he gets. 12 pins for fragile fishbones. Fail once, and we'll see the shattered tool and find his plan. The cage isn't made of iron bars, but of microscopic, unforgiving mechanisms. One fishbone left. 1 hour left. Desperation turns into resolve. All the fear and hunger become fuel. He's not picking a lock now. He's fighting for his life. Max level skill. Go. Meanwhile, back at the mansion, it's all quiet. Another maid wonders if and is hiding a small cat somewhere. The question is innocent, but the answer hangs heavy in the air. Anne's not hiding a pet. She's holding her entire future captive. The truth is chilling. She is hiding a pet, him, and she's considering buying him a real cat to keep him company. In her mind, from captive to beloved, it's a natural progression. This isn't just obsession. It's a carefully crafted delusion. He's out, sprinting through the sewers. Shadow step. Then a blade of light tears through the pipes behind him. She's here. The prison's walls are gone, but the real walls, her will, are closing in from all directions. Found you. Black wings unfurl from the shadows. The smile is cold fire. You can't escape from the palm of my hand, she whispers. It's not a threat of capture. It's a declaration of absolute ownership. The game's over. This is a hunt. One of her strikes nearly ends him on the spot. Panic fuels his shadow step to its absolute limit. And she mocks him. Is this magic from St. Mary's? She's reminding him where he should be, where she thinks he belongs. Psychological warfare. She feigns mercy, offering him a way out if he surrenders. And for one horrifying second, he almost accepts. A cage with food, and then starts to look like a twisted paradise compared to this deadly chase. The mind breaks before the body does. A gamble of a lifetime. He pretends to be hit, hides in the dust. She charges past. The sound of her footsteps fades. He collapses, not from injury, but from pure, soul-crushing terror. The guy named Moon is pretty sure he just died and came back. Now or never. While she's gone, he burns the last of his magic. Ignite, shadow step. Aim for the only light, the exit. The door shatters. He staggers out into the cold, pouring rain. And the feeling is pure, unadulterated freedom. Run. Don't stop. The rain is his only cover now. The wilderness is a terrifying unknown, but it's better than the gilded cage behind him. Lesson 1 of his new life. Survive. The pampered Duke's son is dead. Long live the fugitive. Months later, St. Mary's Academy, 6 a.m. A disciplined blonde student is running. Just another face in the crowd. Until Professor Pran looks closer. His mind shatters with one name. Moon Campbell? The Demon King is training? Casual greeting. Perfect cover. But Professor Pran's seen too much. The Moon Campbell he knew was pure, chaotic ego. This one runs laps before sunrise. That's not character development. That's a full-scale personality overhaul. Something huge happened. Meanwhile, in the student council office, real power at work. Silesia, the princess and the student president. She's threatening to ban a popular novel about an evil god. The hypocrisy is delicious. The Academy's foundation is built on gossip and power plays. Gangdang. In the library, a girl with braids is screaming about Moon Campbell's crimes, abandoning the heroine, having a secret love child. The details are so wild. Even student president Silesia is stunned. Is this tabloid gossip, or are they exposing a hidden truth? Silesia, ever the sharp ruler, points out the newspaper is pure trash. But her follow-up is a silent bullet. I don't allow bullying, even if the target is a low-class student. Her gaze seems to scan the room. Is she talking about him? Freshman orientation. Moon plays his part, smiling for fangirls. Internally, he's a cold calculator, mapping exits, finding allies. He's not here for books. He's here to find the weapons he needs for the war to come. The cast assembles. Here's Ariel Bugard, the original heroine, shutting down idiots. And on stage, none other than Silesia, his fiancée. Both women, both legends, in the same room he's trying to hide in. His peaceful school life just went from zero to Hell's Cape in 5 seconds. The pièce de résistance. The new dean of St. Mary's Academy takes the podium. It's a giant pink bear. It waves. It speaks. And nobody is reacting like this is weird. Moon and we are left with one question. What is happening? The bear's speech is a masterpiece of apathy. Got problems? Don't come to me. Good luck on finals, bye. The students are appalled. Backstage, Silesia confronts the bear about its motives. Its response? Trouble? I love peace. Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. Trouble is definitely brewing. The mystery deepens. Silesia deduces the old dean was sworn to secrecy about something of the highest order. She lands on a terrifying theory. The evil gods? And in the library, another girl's eyes land on a familiar golden head of hair. The next thorn in his side is already getting ready to poke him. Class time. Moon, eager to learn, picks basic magic. The teacher opens with multi-stage sequential chanting. His brain blue screens. He raises a hand, asking, shouldn't we start from page 1? The silence that follows is louder than any explosion. Catastrophe. The rookie teacher, Ms. Fran, sees his name on the roster. Moon Campbell. The demon king of the Campbell family? In her baby class? Her career flashes before her eyes, and it's ending in this very classroom. Epic miscommunication. He asks for private tutoring. She thinks he's proposing marriage? Visions of becoming a duchess dance in her head, right before she faints from sheer terror and forbidden fantasy. So much for keeping a low profile. Saligia to the rescue, in her official capacity. No punishment, just a practical suggestion. Observe the freshman. But Moon's genius brain kicks in. The library. Memorize every book, study in the black book's realm where time flows differently. Problem solved. The library. The final frontier for his study plan. He's congratulating himself. Unbeknownst to him, a bored girl with glasses and braids spots him. A smirk curls on her lips. Isn't that Saligia's rich, stupid golden retriever? She thinks. Boring is a waste of time. Might as well have some fun. The bullseye is back on his back.